Hi guys, welcome back to my channel again. This is vlog number 2 and I am riding from work to home. Basically it's just a reversal ride of the first video of me commuting to work. I did have some positive comments from work colleagues who watched my first vlog, but they weren't really sold on buying a scooter just yet. One did say that I was riding too fast and it looked scary, and she also asked if I'm able to make a slower scooter ride video, and I said sure, why not? I can make a leisure ride video somewhere, but I'm not sure where just as yet, as I'm still trying to find places to venture out that is safe, even when I'm riding along with my kid that wants to join in. Just a heads up, during some parts of the video you will see the camera tilt up and down. The GoPro wasn't secured properly, so I had to use my chin to push it down again while I'm riding. I do have to admit though, and I apologize in advance, that during some parts I am riding quite carelessly, and if you hear some continuous beeping sounds during the video, that's just a warning for me to slow down on a decline. Sometimes when I'm going downhill too fast, the scooter will override the 32 kilometers an hour and kick into about 34 or 35 kilometers an hour range. Also keep safe and ride safely when out and about on the roads, and know those road rules. Sometimes when I'm riding down this pathway, there's always these bunch of kids playing outside, and when they see me they're like kia ora, and I'm like kia ora, and they're like can we have a ride, and I'm like oh I'm going home, and then they go oh that's okay, you have a good night then. Some of these kids are really polite down here, and sometimes they want to have a race with you on their little scooters. I have been seeing quite a few healthcare workers commuting to work on scooters, because to tell you the truth, finding a park around the hospital is ridiculous, especially if you're starting in the afternoons. Car parks are sometimes full, and then you try driving around in the residential areas for ages just looking for that one car to leave their spot. One thing about residential areas is that there are parking time limits, and they are between 10 minutes to 120 minutes long. However, you will sometimes get parking fines, and for some healthcare workers you have to cross your fingers and hope you don't get one if you do park in that area. I think the fines are around about $40 to $80, I can't remember, but I've seen so many cars ticketed when riding past. If you don't find a car park nearby or near the hospital, then the only place would be probably around the Lake Domain areas, or where the Clarence Street Pack and Save is. That's one part, or you can go the other way down Ohopol Road area and find something down there. There's also some parking around this area here where I am, so you can have a look around here, or if you turn right and then take a left, that is around Beta Street, you can find some parks around there. So it's about 20 minutes to 9 in the evening. The current temperature is around about 23 degrees Celsius. But riding on your scooter, you've got the wind through your hair, on your face. One thing I really dislike about riding the scooter during the evening times is that there is a lot of moths or bugs that fly in your face or in your mouth or in your hair. If you wear glasses like me, they do get stuck underneath your eyewear, so I have to stop and kind of flick them off. So after I had filmed this segment, a couple of days later, the skating rink that you see on the right hand side had been vandalised and set alight, causing damages that will probably cost thousands of dollars to repair. The offenders had been caught, but due to their ages, no charges had been pressed. There is a Give a Little page linked down below if you want to help out the community skating rink, or you can just go to some of their public sessions. The skating rink is still open and you can have a skate around. I'll leave the links below. I'm now heading out of Melville Park and heading towards Cobham Bridge. I do have my lights going on the scooter. There is also the warning red light at the back that is blinking as well on my back. You can get different sorts of accessories for your scooter. You can get extra lighting, you can get extra red blinky lights. You can also get accessories for a louder horn apparently, but what I've got is just right for me, so I don't need all those bells and whistles and stuff like that. I think I seriously need to tighten these bolts on this GoPro. I do ride down this pathway slowly only because there are still a lot of tiles missing in the pathway. It can damage your wheels if you're going too fast over them, so just be careful when you're riding across this pathway. Giving way to the runner, but am now picking up the pace because I really want to get home. I'm always having to use my horn or my bell around this area here. There are walkers that come from different directions, that's why I beat my horn. On the straight now, heading towards the Hamilton Gardens. Now I know you didn't ask, but I am listening to music while riding the scooter. It's not up too loud, so I can still hear emergency service vehicles blaring there, sirens, I can still hear horns, I can still hear people talk to me while I've got my earphones on. I'd probably recommend wearing the wireless earphones, the ones with the wires attached, so you can put it around your neck so it doesn't fall off. I don't like the earbuds only because every time I was going over like little potholes or bumps or whatever, the earbuds will fall out of my ears. And because I wear a helmet, I don't need to have headphones. And it will look so weird anyway if you're wearing headphones on top of your helmet. I'm pretty much running out of things to say at this point, so if something interesting pops up, then I'll do a voiceover for it. So just enjoy, sit back, relax, watch the ride. So instead of heading straight ahead, I'm going to take a left up here at the intersection. The reason being is because I found it so slow going that way I came, and I'm also on the opposite side of the road anyway. This pathway heads down Wairere Drive, which goes towards the Pump Track or Hillcrest Stadium. Also goes towards the warehouse as well, but one day I'll go home that way just for funsies. But I'm going to hang a right up here because I'm going to go back onto the Thermal Explorer Highway / Cambridge Road. So I always use my bell around this area here, and also my little beep beep, because you never know who's running or with their dogs around this bend here. Better to be safe than sorry. So I'm going to head back onto the roadside into the cycle laneway. Jolly dogs. Riding on the footpaths for me is not the greatest. They are quite bumpy, and sometimes they come out of nowhere. Now I did forget to mention to you guys that this scooter here does come with indicators, or some would like to say blinkers. They come in very handy. I use them quite a bit, especially around these intersections here or on the streets as well. Very, very handy to have. So just coming off Cambridge Road and going on to Masters Ave. So be careful riding around these intersections here. This is the corner of Mansell and Masters. It is well known for accidents. Also be careful riding down this hill here. It is quite steep and it can overclock the 32 kilometers an hour, so this is where sometimes I normally go around about 35 kilometers an hour. I know it doesn't seem fast, but it does feel fast when you're going down this hill here. And on your right hand side we do have our Hillcrest Pet Doctors, also got the Hillcrest Public Library, and also Masters Ave famous fish and chip shop. Beautiful fish and chip shop. Jing Wing Takeaways. So we are now coming up to Hillcrest High School, which is on the left hand side. I kid you not, during peak hour traffic, school traffic, it is horrible to go through. There are kids literally everywhere around here, not just from Hillcrest High, but also kids from Kindy. You've got kids from Silverdale Normal, Hillcrest Normal, and also Barclay coming through this area here. All the buses are all lined up to take the kids out to Cambridge areas or further away. You've got parents who have triple parked in these parkings here, and none of them can fit, and they've also taken up some of the residential driveways as well, so they've parked up there waiting for their children. It's just utter chaos around about school pickup time. If you have watched this video in its entirety, thank you so much for watching. I hope it was very informative for you. I'll be posting more videos later, preferably shorter ones. We'll see how we go. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Be safe, ride safely, and enjoy your scootering adventures. Ta-ra!